sleight of hand that does two things with one gesture. Let me tell you the two things it does. It elevates every window smashed at a protest, every street ball with right-wing agitators, to the level of a coordinated international terror campaign, thereby justifying an extreme and militarized response. And it simultaneously tars every single person who shows up to the protests to police brutality, income inequality, and any form of systematic injustice with the same broad brush, creating a guilt by association atmosphere where any dissent can be preemptively framed as terrorism adjacent. It's chilling free speech and assembly under the implied threat of being tracked, monitored, and persecuted, not for a specific crime, but for holding a philosophy they find inconvenient. Antifa is like a
Nobody's persecuting you for holding a philosophy that we find inconvenient. You can go out and you can be like, oh, I'm anti-fascist. And you can go hold a protest and say, oh, I'm against fascism. Nobody's stopping you from doing that. What we're stopping people from doing is saying, I'm Antifa, grabbing a Molotov cocktail and going and throwing it into a car, causing riots, causing confusion. Antifa is just a code word for anarchist. That's all it is. Let's keep it a buck, guys. If you go back and you talk to an anarchist from the 1990s, you know, the anarchists that had the little A symbol, they would say the exact same thing that the guys from Antifa are saying. It's the same fucking people. It's the same movement. It's the same fucking people. It's just anarchism. Oh, because anarchists think that everybody's a fascist. Oh, the government's being a fascist, man. These fascists. Go back and watch anarchists from the 1990s. Go find some clips of anarchists from the 1990s and listen to what they say. It's the same rhetoric. It's the same rhetoric. It's the same movement.
genuine, like, it's just anti-fascist. I don't get it. The legal and practical ramifications
They're just anarchists.
of contradictions and overreach that should terrify anyone. I mean anyone, whether you're conservative, liberal, who believes in a justice system. How do you indict an idea?
It's just, you know what it is, chat? It's just the rebranding of anarchism. You know? Like somebody said in the chat earlier, oh, what if they changed their name? That's exactly what happened. They just grabbed anarchy and they changed it from anarchy to anti-fascist. And anti-fascist obviously has a better ring to it. More people are going to join on because they're going to be like, oh yeah, I am against fascism. Yeah. But it's literally the exact same movement.
How do you charge someone with
Oh yeah, the anarchist cookbook. Yeah, I know it is.
crime of being anti-fascist? The only way to operationalize such a designation is to engage with the most blatant kind of profiling. To look at someone's black clothing, their tattoos, their social media criticizing the government, and treat that aesthetic and those opinions as evidence of membership in a non-existent organization, effectively criminalizing a political viewpoint. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. I know what you're going to say in the comments, especially if you're conservative. You criticize conservatives. Wrong again. I criticize extremists.
Bro, you are an extremist. You are an extremist. You think that because you're talking slowly, you're using college level words, and you have the soft music in the background, it doesn't make you an extremist? The stuff that you say, I've watched several of his videos. He's definitely an extremist. He holds extremist left-wing views. Literally. This guy is so twisted. He's so twisted that when Trump came out and said that Tylenol was the cause of autism, instead of being a rational person and saying, you know what, I don't know if I can believe this or not, but let me go do the research. Let me wait for the research papers to come out. Let me not just throw the whole thing away from the very beginning without even doing any research at all. Instead of him doing that like a normal person who's rational, he said, how dare Trump come out? How dare Trump come out and say that autism is a disability that needs to be cured? I don't need to be cured. I'm offended. He literally said this, chat. This is the kind of guy who, like I said, I don't know how much validity is behind the claim that Tylenol causes autism. But I'm rational enough to wait it out. And if somebody provides me a solution to the problem and says, you know what, we have this treatment that will cure your autism, I will go and try and figure out if it works. I'll give it a chance. This guy says, I'm not taking any cure. I'm not taking any cure. I love the way I am, how I am. I'm offended that they said autism is a disability. I'm not taking any cure. How dare they say that? Every person is special. He literally said that. He literally said that. That's a very narrow-minded, extremist fucking perspective.
I love conservatives. They're great. They're great. Cool people. I'm not gonna lie.
What a joke of a human being.
Extremists are who I have an issue with. Extremists on the left, right? I'm cool with anybody, realistically, as long as you're, normal as a human being, as long as you're blatantly normal. This is the exact kind of thought policing that actual terrorist states engage in. Did you know that? This is a grotesque violation of the very principles this country purports to uphold.
This guy is such a yapper, bro. He's such a yapper. He's such a yapper that he's throwing me off because he's using. He's such a fucking. He's disingenuous. Look, would you not say that they are equally being thought police? If they're saying, oh, if you have this perspective or this opinion on this political agenda, you're being a thought police. Are they not being thought police themselves? He's policing against conservative ideals. If I come out and say, oh my God, I believe there's only two genders, male and female, he would accuse me of being a bigot. He would accuse me of being transphobic. He would say, this is a bad person. This person is prejudiced against trans people because he only believes in two genders. And he would go on a giant rant about it.